know it's the path if you learn to get it right. They can't filter how we talk cause we ain't tell no lies. Just to let them know you can never stop the truth. It got a leg of its own, it's always on the move. Always stick to the code, I never lie to you. Ain't no filter when I talk, I am the walking proof. Unfiltered.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Y'all know what time it is. It is Filter Me Not. I'm your girl, Wendy No Williams. I got my Mr. Renaissance with me, Mr. Ish, Mr. Talk That Ish.
Hashtag Saving Souls. How you guys doing this beautiful, beautiful Monday evening? How was your weekend?
My weekend was actually, it was good up until I went to
The church.
Texas.
Church.
Actually, church has been canceled again, so we're back to first and third Sundays online. Being that I go to church in Broward, so the numbers are going up. So the pastor, between him and his leader, they decided to stop service.
Makes sense.
So we're back first and third Sundays online for those who do follow and watch Temple of God Church and God in Christ.
That sounds like three churches in one.
You know, Kojic. Temple of God, Church of God in Christ.
Sound like it's an applause.
It's not. We're actually we're not, and nothing wrong with the storefront churches.
Everything wrong with a plaza church.
Okay, well we're not a plaza church.
So Didi's and Wingstop, there's definitely pray for your church to get a church like a real church.
We're actually on 11th and Dixie in Pompano Beach, Florida, just off the 10th Ave. Anybody interested to come fellowship? We're here.
Yeah, it sounds like it's close to a DD's discount, y'all.
No, we're on Dixie Highway. Y'all know we're not. But we're across from warehouses, but we stand alone. It's like a little house on the prairie. That's where we at.
We got 18 members. How many members y'all got at your church? A lot?
38.
38?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all almost a mega church.
I ain't play with you.
So, but you said did you go out of town?
No, we went to Texas de Brazil. It's like a buffet.
Oh, well, that's my favorite restaurant. One of my favorite restaurants.
Well, I guess it was a fail for us with the pandemic because it's not the buffet style.
Yeah.
So I was kind of thrown.
You can't get the same effect.
But all the meat tasted the same.
It shouldn't have.
Yeah.
All that stuff
They bring
have.
meat.
Lamb,
They
chicken,
bring it.
steak.
They have a diaphragm with the whole hog with pig on it, and you can pick. That's what they do. You didn't see it in the menu.
Well, it's COVID. There's no menu.
Oh,
there's no menu. No, they brought the setup is they brought the basic size. You get mashed, fries.
Oh, so that's not the
something.
same effect.
Yeah,
you got to
it's
go
not the
back
same.
after the
It's not the same. So that's why I think we didn't enjoy it, 'cause especially with the salad. I really didn't know what to put on my salad. The way they had the little paper menu looked like a bingo card. To be honest, how they set up the little salad.
Yeah, I
menu.
wouldn't even spend my. Yeah.
So it wasn't. We spent it, but we got like 10 or 20% off the menu because everything tasted the same meat wise.
What you went with your little side nigga?
Oh, who?
You lost your breath then.
I was taken aback. But no, I went with my friend, my daughter, and her brother. It was his birthday. So we went out to eat for his birthday.
Nice.
So this is Queen Eve
Hey.
Queen on Facebook. For those who don't already know, she is the queen of the bedroom.
She better be the queen of the. We're going to find out if she's the queen of the bedroom before this show is over.
All right.
She's definitely that. So, but so how was your weekend? 'Cause
I don't even remember what I did this weekend.
It's just Monday. The fuck? I could not remember what you did yesterday.
No, it was a good weekend. I didn't really do much. I know me and Bay went and got some crabs, snow crabs, blue crabs, shrimp, potatoes, corn, and we just went on the beach and just ate and just chilled out. No, we didn't. It was daytime.
Where you went and got crabs from?
Where did we go? It's a place called Leo's on in Northwood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all went and ate crabs on the beach in the daytime.
In the daytime.
They say seafood is a natural sexual aphrodisiac.
Most
I've
definitely.
heard that.
Yeah, especially conch, oysters. Yeah.
And I'm
Those are the main
allergic
ones.
to
Oh man.
all of that. Yeah,
Really?
I'm allergic to iodine. I don't eat any shellfish. No.
Oh man.
It's okay.
Not even oysters?
I had my fair share when I was young. Because I knew when my mama got her food stamps. we would have, we have crab parties.
Oh,
basically.
okay.
We would have
Hey,
everything that
I
was
done
in
been
the
to
sea.
plenty of crab parties growing
Yeah.
up, so I get it.
Yeah, we had everything that was in the sea. We had crab, oysters, mermaids, SpongeBob, Squidward. We had a little bit of everything. that
Oh,
was in the
okay.
sea.
Not
Definitely.
playing with you.
Yeah, my mom had 5 kids, so she had a banging ass food stamp balance. So I would definitely know. And I would always know when my mom got her food stamps. When I come home, we have that big ass jar of hot sausage. Cause ain't nobody black going in the store and buying
Facts.
hot sausage. with
Cause
their
I'm
own
what,
money.
15, 16 out there. I buy it when I get my
Nobody's doing
stamps.
that. Nobody's definitely doing that.
Unless you got a stowe house. That's the only way they're doing it. And even that come off
Candy
food
ladies.
stamps.
Yeah, I had a great weekend. I went to church.
Okay.
Yeah, on the internet, of course.
Wait a minute.
Greenleaf.
Greenleaf.
I'm a member
Okay.
of Greenleaf. Calvary Missionary Baptist Church. Netflix, definitely. I'm a member. A member of Greenleaf.
Who's the bishop? Over there?
Bishop Greenleaf. Bishop Greenleaf. Everything green in now. Everything green.
I mean, how's everything going over there? Because I know y'all had a little,
Well, you know, every church got their own issues.
Right.
But we try to keep ours in-house. And
not
let
doing
them
a good job.
get out of the house. But
It's like another episode of Jada in August. The way Greenleaf operating right now.
And that name has been mentioned a million times. literally yesterday on Twitter, Jada, just the word Jada.
I know
had
it's
been
trending.
Mentioned 1 million times.
Wow. I'm not surprised.
28 seconds.
Wow.
If that
I'm not
ain't
surprised.
trending, that ain't. I mean, I don't know what trending is.
This is a time for them to monopolize on that.
And then here we go,
Make
finna
some
get
money.
into the month of August.
Yeah, definitely.
That's funny.
I just think a lot of it, like we talked a little bit about it last week, but we didn't get an opportunity to see Jada's response until later in that week, and the entanglement.
Oh, the
Oh
new.
my God.
I mean, that word, that's. Internet does not fail.
No.
I mean, they hold.
Black Twitter.
But for Will and Jada, they always been that weird couple. You know, and they show the world that, you know, no matter how rich you are, no matter how successful you are,
Right.
you know, they're gonna always be demons or problems or issues they're gonna face.
Nothing is perfect.
Because now, with the internet as big as it is, everybody think their opinion matters. To what? To a place.
No, you know what it is? It's not that their opinion matters. Everybody seems to think their opinions are facts.
And I don't even think everybody think their opinion fact. I think a person who think their opinion is fact is a person that don't listen to understand, a person that listens to respond, or just selfish and egotistical to think that just because you said it, it's all true. But in that case of August, Jada, and Will, it was weird from the beginning to allow someone into your house as a man first, as a man. August was introduced to Will and Jada through the kids, and it's sometimes like.
Isn't that weird?
Not really, because they celebrity. They celebrity kids. So that's, you know, I would imagine
Celebrity
Will and
kids.
Jada
I'm saying
meet a
after
lot of
the-
people
anyway.
No,
younger.
not the
Weird.
introducing part, but after the fact that your child, your kids introduce you to someone, now you sleeping with that someone.
That's the weird part, but the flesh is weak. August came into this situation a sick individual.
Yes.
You know, he was
Yes.
depressed. He was about to lose his sight. A lot of different things transpired in all of that of being the introduction. And it's like he didn't have anyone to turn to, and that was like Jada there.
Right.
And she was that person that pick him up and get him and build that confidence that he needed as a pop star that he is. And I think he used that to an advantage. Because
They used
I
each
also
other.
heard Jada say that she was broken.
Yeah.
And she was weak, and she was giving someone help. And a lot
Exactly.
of us do that sometimes too. We help people when we broken on the inside.
To make
We'll
us
put our
feel
hurt
better.
to the side, and then not to say that August took advantage of Jada, but none of us were there to actually know how it transpired.
Right.
23 is a grown man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't care if you're 65. that person is still legally an adult.
Yeah.
And things probably, I don't even think it was planned. I really don't think it was planned. I think it's something that happened in the heat of the moment, and August had just dropped that song, Kissing on My Tattoos, you know. I don't want nobody but you kissing on my tattoos.
Yeah, that's my song.
And she was like, oh, that's hot. I'm just paraphrasing what I think happened. And just did that song with Nicki Minaj. He was hot.
Yeah, he was popping. I love August.
That shit was number 3 on the Billboard charts. He was just like, he was that guy, and all the girls liked August. Because August showed that sensitive side.
Yeah,
you know?
and he showed that picture.
Yeah, he can wear a ponytail and some jeggings and still be a man. So with that, I think August used his platform to kind of like get in there with Jada, and Jada, like she said, she was already weak. And
right.
He took advantage of her weakness.
I think they used each other.
Catalysts.
Yeah, they both were in a bad place, and they just used up each other.
Jada took that horse to the Old Town Road and rode it till she couldn't ride anymore. Wow. I know that's right, Tiffany. She took that. Always was getting some cougar meat. And she's probably giving them that good stuff and some potato salad and
everything.
Rutabagas and shit. Because Jada about, 50?
She's 48. I know she's 48 now. So I guess, 4 years ago, that'll make her,
Jada
44?
Looked like she could cook some lima beans and field peas and cornbread and shit like that. So definitely, I think that it's something that I don't think no one should have known. I think it was something that they probably thought.
They was public with it though. They were out and about.
Yeah, but
now it's so many pictures.
Yeah, but pictures don't mean anything. Pictures don't mean anything. Pictures are so misleading.
But body language.
You
look at the picture.
Look at body language in a picture because that's just
you
a
can't.
fragment.
No,
that's a
sometimes
fragment.
When you
can't.
go back and look at it now, especially the one when it went to the One Awards, when it was in.
Because my thing is, a friend is not going to hold your waist. They might hold you up here. They're going to hold you by the waist. He was clenching that waist.
Cool. It was his waist at the
time.
time.
Yeah, but it's a picture.
See,
you can't say what transpired a fraction of a milliliter.
When I saw that picture, I was like, if they not hunching, they gon' hunch. That's what when I saw that picture the first time it came out. And they did.
They weren't hunching. They were fucking. Hunching is with your clothes on. They was definitely not doing it with their clothes on. They was fucking. I was probably fucking the shit out of Jada too. But she was probably fucking the shit out of him. It probably
was something to see.
Jada don't fuck more niggas than Tasha done fuck from Power. So they both Asha just married to successful men.
What I like to call it the old school hoochies.
That's what it is. I better watch them skeezers. I better watch them Perlines and Deborah Jeans and Betty May out there. The better they gonna get your goddamn man for real. But we're gonna take our first commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna introduce this lady formally and all these little dicks and shit she got on the table that's sitting over there, and she's
the queen of the bedroom.
If that's what you want to call it. And now we gotta go out and pay some bills, and we'll have a commercial from our sponsor, Balt Liquor. We'll see you guys momentarily. Thank you.
This show was brought to you by Balt Vodka.
You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. Hello, I can do you right. Girl, you tired of looking?
Welcome back. It's your girl Wendy No Williams. You're here tonight with Filter Me Not, Mr. Renaissance Man.
You better say that shit with some energy. I know you better say that with some energy.
Hi, welcome back, y'all. It's your girl Wendy No Williams. I'm sorry, guys. That cannot stand you.
Yeah,
So we
Raw
like.
liquor, y'all. That I honestly, I know I never say anything or say much about it when I'm on here because I drink brown. But tonight was my first night trying it, and I have to say it is a great vodka. It's smooth. It's a very smooth vodka.
Yes.
It got the strawberry flavor. It's definitely. I'm sold, Mr. Ball. Definitely, I'm sold on your liquor, and it's black owned and operated. And remember to drink honorably.
Yes.
Drink honorably. And we were on the verge of introducing our guest, who've already chimed in on a couple of things. But you can tell the people who you are and where you're from and why all those dicks over there on the table.
Yes, my name is Eve Queen. I am the owner of Beyond Sexy Lingerie. I am an online adult boutique. I sell toys, lingerie. I do sex coaching, intimacy coaching. I do toy and lingerie parties. And, you know, with the pandemic, I've been doing virtual bingos and just trying to stay afloat and just keeping it real. That's it. Selling my toys and stuff.
So what
Dixon shit is what I like to call it.
encouraged you to get into this?
To make a long story short, I've always been interested in the subject of sex. Not in a sexual way, even before I had sex.
There's no such thing if you
But-
interested in not in a sexual way. It's not
No.
sexual without sex.
Meaning not. I was into just why is it such a big deal? Even when I was like 15, 16. But I never knew that you could make a career out of it until I went to
piqued your
college.
interest?
What piqued my interest? Just the subject of it. Just why was it such a big deal? Why was everybody ashamed of it? Why was just all aspects from abuse to marriage to like why the religion shuns it so much? Why is it so great? Why is it so bad? What's the big deal?
The religion shunning what? Toys?
Sex.
Sex before marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your
What's your take? What
take
you get
on
out of
sex
it?
before marriage?
I am not a church goer. I'm more spiritual. I don't believe in religion. I believe in love. Love is my religion. So whatever you feel you should do, as long as you do it safe,
So you nasty.
you good.
Oh, you nasty. Basically, y'all. Viewers out there in the internet world. Queen Eve nasty as hell.
Tanisha saying hello. TJ Hope.
Hey,
hello.
TJ, that's my girl.
So you're gonna start with introducing some of your.
Yeah, I've just brought just a small amount of some of my goodies. I guess we'll start with the basics. So, I mean, like in the comics, does everybody know what a bullet is? That's always going to be my go-to toy. If a female don't own a toy, I'm like, well, you need to get a bullet. Try a bullet first.
Bullet.
Yes.
Like a bullet that go in the gun.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay.
So this is a bullet.
Okay.
Known as silver bullet, egg, whatever you want to call it.
I don't want to see.
You don't want to, but you might. No, this is good
know,
stuff.
but-
I'm gonna give you some tips. Hold on.
Near you.
So, so a bullet is inexpensive. Like the ones I have is only like $10. So it goes low, medium. I'll put it to the mic so you can hear, and then you just turn
Y'all
it
hear
up.
that?
Okay.
That sounds like a weed eater.
So with this, a bullet doesn't go on the inside of the vagina. It actually goes on the clit, the nipples. If the guy likes vibration on his balls, you can put it on his balls and give him head at the same time.
Your face hurts.
Focus.
I was trying not to laugh. You said the nigga put it on his balls.
Yeah, let it vibrate.
Put it on my
Because you know you
balls.
got low and then you got high. So you kind of, play with
So
it and
there
see
are
what's
guys that
up.
like they.
There's some guys, that like.
I'm gonna knock them.
Yeah, that likes a little vibration with some little head, But you can use this by yourself, or you can put this on the clit and get penetration at the same time. That way you're getting that double orgasm. So
Okay,
that's great
go
for
back
that.
again. What happened?
You put this on the clit, and while you're getting
You heard what
penetration,
she said. Yeah,
that way you're getting a double orgasm.
Okay.
Yes, so silver bullet is the way to go if you do
so
not
a
own
double
one.
orgasm. That like pee, ain't it?
No.
What it is?
We don't pee when we orgasm.
Double
Are you referring to squirting?
No, I'm referring to a double orgasm. That's a lot of water, ain't it?
It depends on the some females scream, some females get really wet, some women squirt.
This gonna be a good ass show. Okay. I really never been said.
Okay, so you said we're gonna get into choice, but
Yeah.
That was a good statement he made with the peeing, because there's always the debate.
Yes.
Is she peeing or is she actually? So how a woman who has not experienced, how would she know? Or if a man is, giving her, how would he know the difference other than the smell?
Well, squirting is, let me first we'll say what it is. Squirting is female ejaculation. Now, because it comes from the same area where you pee, which is the urethra, I call it the pee lining, it comes out of there. So because it comes out of there, everybody says it's pee. Of course, if you got a little pee in there, yeah, you might, squirt it out. But I tell women all the time, pre-cum. Pre-cum is salty for a reason, because pre-cum has pee in it. So he'll be all right with our squirting. He'll be okay. Okay?
Okay.
So he'll be okay.
So ladies, she just explained this is Queen of the Bedroom, and she does study on the anatomy.
Yes.
And fellas.
So she's let fellas too.
Fellas,
so she's
okay.
if you have not gotten that experience, she's in them guys who have, it is not pee.
It's not pee.
Should not be pee. So make sure you go into the bathroom before you get pleasured.
Yes.
So you don't mistake it. Okay?
No, you don't go to the bathroom.
No, you have to go to the bathroom
empty out your
before.
bladder.
Men too. Yeah, you have to empty out your bladder. That way, especially for women, because what happens when you have women can have 4 different types of orgasms. Okay, you have clitoral, you have G-spot, which is where you get your squirting from. You have anal, and then we have faking.
Okay.
Okay, so with your G-spot orgasm, the G-spot is a little pee. When you put your finger in there, that little spongy part that you feel is like 3 inches inside of the vagina. That's the G-spot. So when you tap that, always let me. Okay, listen. Listen. Look, always, fellas, ladies, fellas.
Because if your man don't know, he need to know.
Doing this and this does nothing for us. Okay, palms up, 2 fingers in, tap or come hither.
Come hither.
Yeah. So 2 fingers like this. So like this.
It's just
Palms up, 2 fingers, the two middle fingers. Bring that down. So you put on the inside. You're gonna feel for that spongy part, and then you're gonna just come here.
Okay.
That's it. And then you can tap too, and the harder you go, the better it is. Just go like this, like bring it up. Yeah,
right-handed,
but do it at the same time. Yeah,
that'd probably be better.
Yeah, there you go.
See that?
Come on, bitch, come on. Come on. You looking retarded as fuck trying to do this. West side shit.
Yeah, to give a girl a good, playing with the G-spot with her fingers, it's hard work. You can
But you gotta
get an arm workout. Oh yeah, clean your nails, clip your fingernails, all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
But what I was saying, the G-spot is extremely close to your pee lining. So when it's aroused, it gets larger. So it touches your urethra, so it feels like you have to pee when you're coming. So a lot of women, they think they have to pee, they're missing their G-spot orgasm. They're actually getting up and walking away, and then they go to the bathroom, and they either don't pee or they have a little tinkle.
Yeah,
what they realize is that they just
more.
missed their G-spot orgasm. You gotta just let it go. You're not gonna pee. It's your G-spot. You may squirt, you may cream, you may just get really wet if you never experienced one.
That's why you pee before
You're not gonna pee. We're not going to pee, because it's like when you're being penetrated, it kind of blocks it. The female ejaculation is gonna take over. Same thing with a guy. Don't you come the same area where you pee?
Exactly.
So if you gotta pee, you're not gonna pee. You're gonna nut, or either you're not gonna nut at all. So that's same thing.
Wow.
Same thing.
I am being educated on pee. Pre-com on Monday evening on 15 hours.
But yeah. So yeah.
So what else?
Okay,
you got?
all
All right, so that's the silver bullet. Here I have like a little cream. I call this my Altoid. This is called Nympho's Desire. It's an arousal balm. So you just take a little bit of this and you put it either on the head of the penis or on the clit. It brings all the nerve endings to the top of the area. And then just imagine getting licked or being blowed or played with, and you just have an amazing orgasm.
So then do that to the nipples and that.
I have something called nipple nibblers that you can put on the nipple and also on the penis and on the clit, and all of them. And this is edible, and also the nipple nibblers is edible.
You brought the nipple.
No, I didn't bring the nipple nibbles. Nipple nibblers.
Can I see that?
Mm-hmm.
Nympho's.
Nympho's Desire.
All right.
Say if you put this on your.
On the clit, on the head of the penis, all of that good stuff.
No, just keep it.
Okay.
And what else do you have?
Okay, so here I have Mr. Rabbit. He mimics a rabbit style toy. A rabbit style toy. Oh, sorry. A rabbit style toy is always gonna have something, a piece that looks like a phallus, aka a penis, a dick. And then you have the part that's gonna vibrate the clit. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you get one that goes in that piece, which is for the butt. All right, I call those. I call those triple threat. But no, so we can. I call it a triple threat. But this is just your basic one. So with this one, you turn on. And then, there we go. All right, and then it just turns on.
Battery low, Eve? Oh, okay.
This don't go battery. This is USB, so it actually charges. So when you push it, this is exactly what it does. So you just take so you can see. You can hold it up, so you can feel it. So you can let them know what it feels like. And most of the toys that I choose are waterproof, so that way you can. That way you can take it in the shower, the pool, wherever you want to. And like I said, this one is USB, $65. And it vibrates the clit, and this goes in the vagina, and it has three different buttons to play with. All right. And always when you buy a new toy, you press and hold the power button, and that's how you turn it off. Here I have Satisfy Her. This is a clitoral toy. This actually goes on the clit. It uses new technology called aeration, which is air comes out of here and it sucks the clit really fast, like this. So when you press and hold to turn it on, you hear it a little bit, but you turn it on here, and when you go, you can feel it. Mm-hmm. It feels like a vibration, but it's really a sucking sensation. All right.
I have someone asking what is the price.
This was $75. This was $75. So that's just the suction part, but then
so you can
have.
vacuum with it too.
I wish they made one that you can vacuum and do everything with. That'd be amazing. But no. So then this one starts to vibrate, and then you can just click to do different variations of it. And when you as you got on nails, but you can actually put your finger inside of it to get an idea. And you can even, if you like nipple play, you can, put it on your nipple and have it kind of suck your nipples.
And you said how much?
That one's $75.
We're gonna go to a commercial. We'll be right back. Commercials.
Remember to share the live, guys. Like, share, and comment.
I saw my nipple off. I came to the show with two nipples.
This show was brought to you by Balt Vodka.
You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. Hello, I can do you right. Girl, you tired of looking.
And aka Renaissance Man, and this is Wendy No Williams, and we have here Queen Eve, and she's been going through these amazing different sex toys that she's been bringing to the table, and I think she saved the...
Shout out to Christabella, y'all, real quick.
I think she brought her best, saved the best for last. And you can introduce...
oh, wait, I got two more.
Oh, you got two more? Okay,
Yeah.
you can introduce the other
Okay,
two.
so this one is, I like to call Infinity.
Infinity.
Okay, this is Infinity. And we talked about the sucking sensation of the clit. So this right here, this piece, actually, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this piece actually goes on the clit and it sucks as well. And then this part goes in the vagina. Okay, remember, well, I know you guys may not believe me, but you can Google it if you don't. We only need about 3 inches of penis to have a G-spot orgasm. Everything else is for fun. If you don't, just think of it. We
Fun
actually,
and pain.
yeah, fun and pain.
Funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. A woman only needs 3 inches.
Everything else is fun. Okay, so if you put your finger like this and you'll feel it. You feel it sucking? Yeah.
So that's like getting a train ran on you, basically.
The train ran on
If
you.
you get in penetration...
So I just want you to put your finger like this so you can feel the suction.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so that's...
He's talking about, oh yeah.
What my fingers smell like?
So this is,
Question.
you know...
Everything has speed, and I've seen some toys that has like up to past 5 different levels. Okay, how cautious should women be with these toys in the speed on their clitoris? As far as
so...
becoming numb, not able to feel the sensation
Yeah.
anymore, things like that.
Sometimes you have women that can, with anything, you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to play with your clitoral toy every single day, because after a while it does take away some of your sensation. So when your man or your lady tries to give you head, it might take you a little longer to actually come, or you may not come. So usually when someone comes to me with that problem, I tell them, take 2 weeks off. You know, they're like, 2 weeks off without my toy. Just 2 weeks off without your toy. Give your body some
With the
time.
toy every day?
Yeah, no. Give your
I'm
body
saying,
rest.
No, saying,
Yeah, no, there's some girls that they literally, like, they use a toy every day. It helps them sleep. You know, like you get a good nut in and you go to sleep.
a BC?
You can't sleep.
You know, sometimes you just need that good nut so you can just cock out, be sleep.
Shout out to Eddie Green.
You need to buy him a penis pump.
And a blue pill.
You need a
Well, your emoji is yellow and red. Then you got that blue pill. You taking the lyrical, motherfucker. Got arthritis. And what else you got?
So last, I have the famous Wally. Everybody knows Wally.
Wally's back.
Yeah, so Wally is modeled off of a realistic penis. 8 inches. It actually has the veins and everything to go with it. So this is an 8-inch girthy,
Why look
straight
wet up top?
penis. Probably because it's had lube and stuff on it. You know, and I use it for demonstration purposes at my parties. With like different toys that I have, because I have a lot of guy toys, so I like to demonstrate like the masturbation sleeve and stuff like that with this toy. But we call him Wally because he sticks to surfaces, you know, so you can hear the popping.
So earlier, before we
Yeah.
started the show, someone brought to my attention, I ain't gonna put her name out there, that Wally can be placed on the wall.
The wall, the toilet, the bathroom, on the bottom of the tub, on the stairs, the headboard, wherever you want him to go. Yeah, it has a suction. Yes, so that's why we call him Wally, because Wally sticks to the wall.
Okay, to the window, to the wall.
Yes.
Dude, don't steal them all. Listen, lay them down. Lay them down. I'm never eating on this table.
They're clean. I cleaned them before I came. And we don't use these.
Eddie
These
said
are-
you have everything to end a relationship.
Not
You
true.
devil.
Why they can't pay that cable bill? Oh.
I tell men all the time, toys could never really replace a man, because there's nothing like a warm
Right.
body, next to you. But the toys are the microwave, the men are the oven. You know, when you want a quick fix, you're going to go to the drawer and do what you need to do. But later on, you're going to get to your man or your woman.
Wally's not
that expensive. Wally's like $30. My stuff is affordable. I have things that's $10. I have things that's $1,000. Okay. It just depends on what you're looking for.
What would cost $1,000?
Like a fucking machine, a sex table. A fucking machine is like a machine that you attach a dildo to, and it actually moves. Oh. You know, you probably seen them like in porn, so they have like the hammer thing. Yeah, I have like beginner stuff all the way up to extreme. Like if you're into BDSM, I have the ball gags, I have the whips, the chains, the handcuffs, the electric shock if you're into that type of stuff, the torturing stuff. I have everything that you can think of. Just go to my website, BeyondSexyLingerie.com.
Okay, question. Is there any toys or for men that would not demasculate the men? What would you, if... Well,
I would say something like this. I don't think this would compete, with the man.
She'd compete with me.
We'll see. And there's some guys sometimes that's insecure. No, but they feel like the toys are competition to them. I sell. I don't have them with me, but I sell them.
What do you have for men?
Oh, what I have for men. Yeah. I have
not at Renaissance, but what do you have for? You're a man.
No, yeah. I have penis pumps. I have pocket pussy.
Eddie, you listening? Wednesday night.
We now have vibrating masturbation sleeves. I have something called the egg.
Well, that's like a sleeve you put on that makes your arm do this?
No, this is you, right? Mm-hmm. So you put the sleeve on and it just vibrates, and then you can move it up and down to jack yourself off. And then I have the dolls. I sell the dolls too. I have the fake booties where you can get the big bubble butt. And you can see, the coochie and the anus, and you can just do what you do.
How much them cost?
Anywhere from about $150 all the way up to like $5,000.
And they got like different sizes and all that stuff, right?
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. The sex does sell.
Yes. Yeah. It's $1 billion industry. Yeah. Porn is one side, and you got your toys on the other side.
Wow. So I know your man happy. How long y'all been together?
I've been single for 3 years, and I just got into a relationship.
Kind of. What's your favorite toy, Eve? What's your favorite?
I don't have my favorite toy up here, but I love the glass toys. Icicle. I have one called Icicle number 5. It's a glass toy. I like Butterfly Kiss.
Wait, slow down. Why is it like literally a glass?
I have it with me. Come on.
And why?
My personal toilet is what I show.
So that glass ain't gonna break inside you?
If this breaks inside of a female, she needs to join a circus. Because it's really hard. It's made
so
great.
So you kept the glass in the...
Yeah, but this is what I use for my demo. This is not my personal one. No, that's gross. So this is a glass toy. So you can warm this and you can cool this, and it's easier to clean because it's glass. So if you hold it, you'll see it's not heavy. And people think like that down there is like decorations. It really massages the vaginal walls.
It got a little just slight curve to it.
Yeah, and it curves because this is a toy that's dedicated for your G-spot. So this is the toy that taught me where my G-spot was. And every female should know where her own G-spot is. Not your man's responsibility. It's your responsibility to know where your G-spot is so you can learn how to maneuver yourself while having sex.
So before you go out talking about you're going to take somebody's man, know where all your functions are at.
Exactly.
Okay?
So that's Icicles number 5.
I'm just blown away.
And
I love the bullet too. The bullet is always
your favorite though.
I just like the way it feels because you can cool it, you can warm it. I'm usually not into like dildos. I like the vibration type toys, but this one, the glass toys, they just feel so much better to me.
So, a toy. Toys are. What is the purpose? Or what is the reason like someone would have a toy? Because some people shun away from it. Some people are embarrassed about it. Me personally, I think it's good. One. You and your mate should be able to experiment different things,
right?
And that's how you keep your marriage
spice.
Or relationship or the spice in the relationship. Because don't nobody want to be with somebody who don't want to try things,
right? And
then you have your moments where you either don't have a man, your man may be away or whatever. But like, what
you have folks just like you said. people use it for different reasons. It could be, like I said earlier, they just use it so they can help them go to sleep. They just want a quick nut and do it quick and be done with it.
You better take a Tylenol.
And what I tell people, and especially men, I try to tell them, it's a different type of feeling. Like, your penis can't vibrate. Your penis can't flick and lick and do certain things. So it's something different to give you a different type of orgasm. And truth be told, most women never really come when they have sex with a man. So sometimes men don't realize it, but when y'all go to sleep, a woman is finishing herself off sometimes. You know, so sometimes she just wants you to hurry up because she's tired. You know, the kids, she had to work or whatever. She just wants you to get up off of her. You know what I mean? So sometimes that toy just helps with that, but some people just like it to like it. It's just fun to have.
Sleeping all you.
Shit a bathroom. So, ladies that are watching, do you guys have any toys? Do you use toys? If so, what toys do you have? And please don't act like y'all don't, because 2020.
Everybody don't got toys though.
Man, trust me, they will
I
follow.
can't trust you.
Yeah, they talking about he can do the helicopter.
Everybody that say that everybody got a toy.
Everybody on this live got a toy. Women, not the guys.
I don't think.
But we have toys for boys. That's why I like to call them toys for boys. We have toys.
Make sure y'all buy and support.
TJ, I know you got a toy. What's your toy, TJ?
TJ do poetry, don't it?
Erotic.
She got dicks. Oh, she probably got all these dicks. She probably got right next to the
Tiffany, what you working with?
What seafood? I know she got dicks. She definitely got dicks. You can Sunshine. Her name Sunshine.
Toya Jackson, what's your toy?
My sister just logged in on here. If she anything like my mama, I know she got dicks.
I'm dead.
Hold on.
What's y'all toys? What's y'all favorite toys? What y'all have?
I got mine from Eve. I have the bullet, the pocket rocket, and handcuffs.
What's the pocket rocket? Sunshine says she got the rabbit. Okay. I got the rabbit. That's what I have too.
They look at them. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Tiffany says she gonna plead the
she said plead the
fifth. So that means she got four.
She got something.
Yeah, it's so many different toys out there.
Hey, the fifth might be the hit. 5. Tiffany is 5.
It's so many of them.
Your sister Felicia?
Yeah, she got a cocksucker. You know what?
Is it one of these?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
She got the little vacuum cleaner thing up here too.
Felicia, this is for the clit, and it vibrates.
That thing
Ooh,
sound like a
push.
reboiling.
And then press the plus button, and then as you keep.
You hear that, Felicia?
And that's not even with the vibration on. That's
not the vibration.
That's just the suction. Yeah.
So what does stuff go in and get sucked? It go down.
It's just a clit. You just put this on the clit. That's it.
I'm saying, but if it's sucking something, where is it going?
It's not going nowhere.
Vacuum like
It's just
ain't no liquid.
No, I'm saying if she wet, it gonna suck it up. Ain't it?
No, she ain't supposed to be going down with it. It's on the clit,
yeah.
not in the vajayjay.
Yeah, on the clit.
I don't know. This is.
Felicia said, "Girl."
Hey, don't say that bitch sound like an 87.
She is. Remember, it's Eve Queen Beyond Sexy Lingerie on Facebook, guys. Sound like gurgling history.
It sound like you gargling peanut butter.
But we're gonna take our last commercial break,
and when we come back,
we're gonna be speaking on.
We got a topic. I did drop it in there.
Okay.
So.
And remember, this network is black owned and operated. So if you're watching this live, once this live is over, go like the network. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Don't cost a dime to support.
It's
the
free
network.
to support.
Support Bob Liquor, support myself, support Wendy No Williams, support Queen Eve. Let's support each other, man. Let's start a movement, man. We're gonna support our own people, and we'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Yes.
This show was brought to you by Balt Vodka.
You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. Hello, I can do you right. Girl, I'm tired of looking.
Welcome back, guys. It is Filter Me Not. If you have not already shared the live, please share the live. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you for everybody who is tuning in, who has shared, who is commenting and liking. Again, we're back with Eve, Queen, BeyondSexyLingerie.com, and we got Dr. Foolish here, Mr. Renaissance, Talk That Ish.
And the topic for tonight?
Our topic tonight, we kind of, we're going to tie it in with, Mr. August and Jada them. Good men, women, and overall solid people exist. That's a statement. Now, the question behind that is, are you allowing yourself to be aware of them or not? So, there's good men out there. We keep saying there's no good men or no good women. There's good people that still exist, but are we allowing those who are searching or looking for a mate, are you allowing yourself to be aware of them or not? That's the question.
Well, I'm going to let you go first on it since it's your topic.
My opinion on that is simply what I've noticed, and it's an opinion. What I've noticed is a lot of women now are being raised to be
Strong,
their own boss, self-sufficient, to where they're not needing a man.
True.
I don't need a man. I want a man. I don't want to be, yes, I can provide, but the help is good. I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to be wealthy and be by myself. I don't want to be self-made and be by myself. You do want to have a partner there to share it with, but are we allowing ourselves to find that person or that person finding us when we're, I don't need a man for this and I don't need a man for that. I could, being a boss is great. But being a boss doesn't mean you put yourself so far out there to where a good man cannot reach you.
Right.
Or you cannot see that man is good if he's standing in your face. So my opinion is we're raising or women are learning to be more self-sufficient and not needing. And then I think when being a boss and I don't need it, I could take care of my kids, I could take care of my house, I could do this. I think it blinds you to someone who is out there, who is a good man that can actually assist or provide. That's my opinion.
I think the internet has changed people's thought process on being solid and being true, because me and Wendy cool, and I got a problem with you, so I don't want to fuck with Wendy because of her actions or her love for you, and it's based on my own insecurities. Sometimes people don't allow themselves time to get to know a person outside of the disagreement that they had, because we could probably talk this out, and then you go your whole life thinking this person this way when you disagreed on something that had nothing to do with their character or their morale or their upbringing. So I think there are solid people, but there aren't like real friends anymore that really truly exist. And I say this to say that being raised by my mom and my grandmother, they had real friends. And what I mean by real friends is that they all were different. One probably would drink, one probably smoked, one probably went to church all the time. But the love that they had for each other, it was immense. They had an amount of love that they didn't judge you based on what somebody else thought. But now with the internet the way it is, you can have somebody and they're going to choose the popular side based on the good times that we had, the bond that we build. So with that being said, I'm not trying to be solid. I'm just trying to be fair. Because being solid, you're going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. You know what I'm saying? But just being fair, being the person that you are. If me and Wendy have a disagreement, if that's her way of saying I never want to speak to you again or never want to be around you again, me being a fair person, I'm going to reach out to try to mend the void. But, if you shut that down, then I'm not wishing, harm on you. I'm just gonna allow you to have your space. And I think we so quick as people sometimes to label a person based on just a disagreement. Like, I won't see the good in you because I didn't put the time in that Wendy put the time in to get to know you. But I'm gonna go tell a whole bunch of people over here not to fuck with you because of the way I feel. And I don't think that's fair as an individual. And I think we do that too much, especially on the internet. Like, your friend could have done something wrong, and there's a time and a place to check them on it. But just don't ride with somebody because they popular.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if it were wrong yesterday, it's going to be wrong today. You know what I'm saying? I just think, we need to stand up and just be fair. And don't care about... I ain't got to explain to you why I fuck with Wendy.
Right.
It ain't my place to do that. If she want to tell you why, that's on her. But I ain't got to take the time out of my day or my energy to tell you, oh, I fuck with her because she's solid. I fuck with her because she true. And I think people be wanting people to do that. And then when you don't do that, then you get characterized as a bad person because I ain't justify my love for an individual that you hate.
That's true.
And that's selfish. That's a real selfish nature to have.
Well, what about you, Eve?
Well, when it comes to like the independent woman, I've always been the one, the girl to say I was independent because I had to be, not because I want to.
Right.
I don't want to take the trash out all my life. I don't want to pay all these bills like I do. I want a man. Now, can I stand alone without one? Yes, but I think sometimes the tongue is strong.
Yeah, but I would say I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's okay.
I did. But with saying that, I think so many women get into this in this bubble of trying to prove that they don't need.
Some women, some women do. Some women do.
And then 2 years later, they happily married. And giving out, relationship advice when you was just single two years ago. And I'm glad you said that. And, And it's baffling when I hear it.
Yeah.
Because if you spiritual, religious, whatever, like
nobody wants to be alone.
Yes.
We were created to love. Regardless of whatever sex it is or whatever, we were created to love each other. Dogs love each other.
Yeah.
Horses love each other. Humans should love each other. So when I think when women and men, because there's a lot of bitter men.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of bitter men in this world, and would say, because you would never see a man say, I don't need a woman, as opposed to a woman saying, I don't need a man. Because if a man didn't need a woman, we wouldn't be here. So I just think people get their bitterness and they broken hearts and stuff. And don't get me wrong. I was there. If you just go back a year, 2 years, men ain't shit. Yeah. Fuck niggas. All they do is cheat. But I realized. No, all the ones you were picking.
Oh, here you go with all that. Here we go.
No,
but you know what? But
you probably was I'm gonna tell you. Energy, though.
And it could have been, but. When you are surrounded by many women who you sit in a room and you have the same complaints and you have the same thing, it's like it can't be just us.
Yes, it
can't.
Be.
No, it can't be.
You're attracting that energy.
You could.
Weak, bitter bitches together in a room.
And it's not necessarily bitter.
I'm just saying.
Not necessarily bitter. Just that. What happens sometimes, like me, I like to say, I'm a beacon of light. For whatever reason, I always attracted guys who had some type of issues or just something was wrong. Sex was bomb. Ooh, sex great. But just had issues. And I literally had to manifest and pray that away. Like, God, I don't know what sign I'm giving off, but can you please make it go away? What do I need to do to make it go away? So bring me somebody that's honest, that's 100%, that loves me, that's all about me, who want to build an empire like that. I just kept speaking it. And just fell in my lap.
Felicia
and
said
then he just send you this.
Yeah, just bam.
So you hang around those weak, bitter, battered.
No, No, it's not about being, because sometimes you got to express it. And like I said, I was single for like 3 years, almost going on 4 years. So it was healing. You got to heal yourself, find yourself,
Definitely.
love yourself first. Because sometimes you jump from relationship to relationship, you haven't healed. And you just jumping. You
have to take time out for yourself.
Yeah, it sounds cliche. And I used to laugh at people who be like, girl, take a year off. Don't you? But when I actually tried it, it's like I really enjoyed being single. I really did. I enjoyed being single. I did.
Yes, it is.
I did. But I do enjoy being in a relationship.
So you wasn't single.
Felicia says it's crazy because when we are so independent, we end up dealing with people who won't offer help just to ease the pressure sometimes. It's true, but then it's what we giving off.
Wait, what did she say? I'm sorry.
It's crazy because she's saying when we are independent and you end up in a relationship or end up with someone, they don't ease the pressure like you would expect them to ease it. But I mean, it could be you're giving too much of an independence.
But you know what? And sometimes you have to. It's hard. Oh, it's hard. It's hard to kind of, and I hate to say it this way, dumb yourself down, because it's a lot of things that I can do.
But it ain't even about dumbing yourself down.
It's even, you know, shout out. I know he probably sleeps because he got to go to work in the morning. But like he told me, like, you need to stop trying to do everything yourself. Like, what are you in a relationship for? Let me handle it. Let me do it. So I had to learn how to. Okay, I don't need to help him take in the groceries. I don't need to help him do. Like I had to learn. I have to like literally like put my hands between my legs and just like sit there and just let him, you know, do whatever. Because I think we so independent and we try to be in competition with men, and it's like we can't be in competition, you know, with men all the time.
But I think it'd be those unwanted expectations that people place on other people that they didn't ask for or they don't even deserve. Because sometimes you expect somebody to do something because the last person did it, and that's not fair to this new person or the person before. And it's solely based on, you know, sitting and communicating.
Oh, Boo said he up.
He
can only be yours. That can only be yours. He came through and say, I'm up. Shout out to you. But to touch on when you saying that taking a break, that is the best thing that you can do. Yeah. Because before I actually got married, I had to take a break because it was just so much. And then you find yourself I found myself focusing so much on getting the relationship, trying to get the relationship right, that a lot of the things that I'm doing right now started during my break. I was able to focus on what I actually want to do on the long run, what I want to leave behind for my kids, what I want to set up, what I want to do, what can I do that I can put into a business for. And that's really just from, okay, you know what? We done been through this. I'm done. I was going through I'm going to let God handle it. I'm tired of going to your mama. I'm tired of talking to you. Tired of talking to grandma. I'm tired of talking to my mama, trying to give advice to fix it and trying to fix stuff. So I was done with it. So I was like, I'm going to leave this here. And we went on a real separation, real break. I didn't talk to anybody else. And it really did give me time. That whole find yourself is truth to the find yourself.
It is.
Because I was able, that's when I actually started my clothing line, which I probably would have never did if I was still focusing on our relationship. And then when you take away from focusing on something, there's only one or two things that's going to happen. If it wasn't for you, it's going to be gone. Right. But if it was for you, somehow, some way, it's going to start to repair itself. Because you got to kind of like, we can't fix things.
But I think in the process of healing, sometimes you need, you know, somebody there with you. And I think people that are so used to monogamy, they just so quick to just, you know, the best way to get through somebody is
that rebound.
And then you damage somebody else. And then that person gonna go their whole life thinking that you're a bad person when you wasn't a
like
bad
August.
person.
August might think David is a bad person.
You're just a bad for that situation. And I think people live with that and people hang that over your head when you done brought somebody that was good into a bad situation and they were looking for more than what you could give.
What you was looking,
And I think if we true to ourselves, and if you can't never really truly love yourself, then how could you ever expect anyone else to love you? You know, and I think
it's very true.
Yeah, because people set relationship goals
before they even set goals to buy a house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Goals to
Vacations.
yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, they said
And it's
vacations.
back
Yeah.
to the internet. The internet has done that. Like people don't communicate. People don't talk the way they used to. Because when I was coming up, if you wanted a girl, you had to put in work. You had to put up, you had to
Say
walk
that
across
ish.
that room. You had to write that letter. You had to show her something other than you liking her pictures on Instagram or Facebook or following her on Snapchat. Like people don't communicate.
Yeah.
Like people be in relationships and don't even talk.
WYD.
But you know what's crazy? Oh,
That's the
don't
new
get me
communication.
started with
I
that.
cannot stand a
Do you know how
WYD.
many memes and posts I used to? Oh, Jesus. I got to the point where I said, I don't think a lot of these men, no disrespect, I don't think a lot of men know how to woo or date women. They don't know how to have conversations because, or either they're talking to so many females, they can't keep up. Because you would get the good morning, beautiful, and then you may get the what you doing, and then that's it.
But you got some good ones out there that go be consistent.
Yeah. Well, no, that's true too. That's true too. But it's like I used to have this thing. You got 2 weeks. If you keep saying "Good morning, beautiful" and WYD, and no conversation, like Lita, ask me something else. I don't care if it's what's my favorite color. Just ask me something else.
People being caught into an abbreviated society that we live in now.
But my
That
thing
too,
is
but
conversation. Like
when you have
how you
women that
supposed to
allow
get to
it,
know me?
Yeah.
when you have women that is okay with the WYD, he's gonna think every woman is okay with the WYD.
Yeah.
So we can't always. Listen. I'm not a bashful. I don't think we should always bash men or men should always bash women. But at the end of the day, you have a certain group of women that allow certain things. So now that group of men that's say, oh, okay, she good with it. They're gonna think all women are good.
And
with
that's
it.
true.
And it's vice versa. Women allow men to treat them a certain way. So now
A man will only do to you what you allow.
vice versa. You feel what I'm saying? So once you receive something, you give it out there, they're gonna assume, okay, every single female come across is gonna be okay with it, or every single man I come across is gonna come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where you say you had your 2-week thing. That's where I think you said in communication too. We're not as vocal when in communication. We always assume the opposite should know. And they don't.
But see, me, I'm a communicator, so I'll say, I'll give you, I'll throw you little hints, like, can you ask me something else? Can we talk about something else? Or, you know, and...
But still, that's not an overnight process because that's probably embedded into that individual that's so used to doing that. Or his prior or his ex, they probably wasn't a communicator, and it's just different strokes for different folks. But I still feel like communication.
Yeah, it is. But it's just like I have a conversation with my friends all the time. I love flowers. And I remember, guys were like, that's cheesy. That's dumb. Don't nobody want no flowers. I want flowers. But then and then I put like a post up one time and the females really were on there like, I don't want no flowers. You can get me some hair. I'm like, are y'all serious? Y'all the reason why it's hard for me right now because let that man buy you some flowers.
And that man gonna turn around and buy the one female hair. She can be like, what would I need that for?
What he'll do is the next relationship he'll buy flowers. Because sometimes women hate to hear this, but sometimes you only grooming a man.
Oh no,
for the next woman. And I used to say that was me. I was the one. I'm getting everybody ready to go to the next one. Yeah, I've been there.
Once we did get my relationship, somewhat on track, we decided to get married and all of this, and then other things happened to where I was like, you know what, Pastor, I'm done. I'm just finna go ahead and get a do. He said, so you gonna sit around here. This my pastor now. That's why I 100% agree with Ish. He said, so you gonna sit here and get him. He said, you gonna turn around and sit here, get right. He gonna come home and he gonna come home and be just what you wanted, but with somebody else.
Exactly.
Why put in all that work to not stay in there for the long haul? Now, it depends what work you putting in, and it depends how much you can take as a female, but it was another subject. 99 Jams had it today. Is there such thing as a good marriage? Is there such thing as a good marriage?
There are good marriages, and I called my mom before I got here this evening and asked my mom. My mom been married 29 years.
Wow.
And I asked her, I said, Mom, what kept y'all, what's keeping you guys together? She was like, love. I was like, Mom, come on. She was like, well, son, every marriage have its,
Ups and
rocky,
downs, right.
and we came up during a time where it wasn't on Facebook and all that stuff right there. So we learned to communicate. We learned how to talk and resolve our issues to ourselves because I think marriages don't last because people be putting other people into their marriage that ain't even married. You can't be taking advice from somebody that's single or even somebody else that's married because that person you taking that advice from ain't married to who you having your issues
say that.
with. So you have to sit down and come to a common ground that we vow through thick and thin, to death do us part, through rich or through poor.
Right.
Like that meant something. Like that's why those phrases are stated during, a marriage. But I just think people now these days, people get married for all the wrong reasons. I think people get married for photo albums. I think people get married to have bigger weddings than the last wedding they attended. I think people get married just to say, oh, I got him and you hoes didn't. I think a lot of people get married.
Kids want to keep
too.
the family
Fuck them
together.
kids.
Financial reasons.
Yeah, a lot of different reasons.
And some of them is just because they see somebody else do it.
And out of all that, love was never even mentioned. Like, I don't think people are truly, truly loving each other before you could say, I want to spend the rest of my life with an individual.
Tanisha Hope says, and guys, Tanisha Hope has TJ with Cocktails. That's Tuesday nights. Correct me. I think it's Tuesday or Thursday nights at 9 p.m. But drop your information. But Tanisha says, I think there are good marriages, but everybody go through some things. They used to truly stick with each other. Through everything.
Yeah, because it was that was due to the case that like your granddaddy might got some outside kids, but him and your grandma still was together because it was like, you made these mistakes, you did this, but I vow under God that I would stick through here. And that don't make grandma stupid. It's just that she got a different belief on what she think marriage is, and 9 times out of 11, women gonna always be stronger when it come down to dealing with the things that men can't deal with because men are ego driven and women are driven based on feelings and emotions. And men, it's just, oh, is she stroking my ego? Oh, she don't went out and had sex with another man. That's the part that would never leave his mind because his ego telling him.
I like that you said that. And I know this is not on our topic, but why is it that it is okay for it ties in actually to August. So Jada did what she did, right? She looked on as, I didn't look at it as, well, yeah, she looked as a hoe. She's a hoe. No, that's what I'm saying. That she did. But why is it a woman is a hoe and a man is not? Why is it that a man cannot take a woman? Because there was a question. Why a woman cannot be taken back if in a break she slept with someone, but we should take y'all back and y'all not even on a break and then had a whole baby.
Exactly. Thank you.
I can't speak for women. I can't speak for the strength that you guys display. It's ego. It's an ego thing. Knowing if I gotta stay here in the house with a child that you had without me, as opposed to a man having a child in another house that his wife ain't gotta never ever see. So I'm not saying it's right, but those are two different playing fields right there because a baby is 99.9% of the time with their mama, as opposed to being with the dad. So I think that's what women kind of like, well, that's your baby. You got to deal with that baby, not me. And I think that's what make women be a little more, I wouldn't say forgiving, but understanding that, okay, you went out there, you made a mistake, regardless if we was broken up or we were having a whatever. And pretty much, it ain't the same. It ain't the same. But,
and then you got to realize, too, is what our grandmothers, depending on, ages, what our grandmothers and great-grandmothers took. Sometimes they had no choice. You know what I mean? Yeah, they pretty much didn't have a choice because they wasn't working. He was paying all the bills. He was bringing home the bacon. So they couldn't really just up and leave. Now we're so independent. We the ones with the careers, with the benefits, with the this and that. So it's easy for us to be like, you know what? I don't even need to deal with this. I don't need you. I'm out.
So you think it's more women being independent?
I think it's more that women have their own.
Being embarrassed by the fact that they don't glorify this marriage or this relationship over social media, and now it's coming to.
It's a combination of a lot of things, but mainly like with women that just
That's
up and
like
leave.
Tiffany.
Yeah.
I meant to cut you off.
That's okay.
But you did. We're gonna go to a commercial. We're gonna go to our last commercial break. You gotta sit tight with us. Gotta go pay some bills, and we'll be back expeditiously. We gotta go to our last commercial break.
Don't get entangled on the break.
You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. Hello, I can do you right. Girl, you tired of looking?
Welcome back, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Again, it's Feel To Me Not. Your girl Wendy, no Williams. So, guys, we definitely appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Finna give Queen Eve, give your final thoughts, and then where people can find your products as well.
Yes, you can find me at BeyondSexyLingerie.com on the 24th of July, which is next Friday. I believe it's next Friday. Next Friday, I'm doing a virtual Naughty Bingo where you can win some nice goodies and prizes. So check out my page on Facebook. It's Eve Queen on Facebook, but you can find me everywhere Beyond Sexy Lingerie on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as well. I do toy and lingerie parties also. So girls' night outs, hit me up. Oh, and my Please 'em workshops, where you learn how to please your man. And I'm working on a workshop for men to knowing how to please your women.
And make sure you guys follow this young lady, book her for your upcoming events. You were very educational, very fun. Had a great time.
Thank you.
With you on Feel To Me Not.
She knows what she's talking about.
Definitely learned it.
Come hither. Say come hither.
Come hither.
Come hither.
Learned something new. And what are your final thoughts for this evening?
So my final thought. Thank you for coming.
No, thank you for having me.
Pleasure. The toys was a pleasure. It's about but my final thought on the entanglement, I mean, my final thought on that altogether is nothing that's not going on. Can't really be too upset with Jada, only because we knew they were in an open relationship to begin with. Now, August said there was phone calls made. Let everybody know what time it was, what was finna happen. So it's not like nobody knew anything. That's probably why she brought herself to the table to give her version. But relationship-wise, is there, based on our topics, are we allowing ourselves to see the good people out there? No. One of the viewers said something about social media being the devil. It's very distracting because you're seeing a lot of relationships that are not really genuine out there. My take on it, the ones you see the most ain't the ones that's
true.
The less you see of them, those are real relationships because their page is more filled with business or they're sharing things that they want you to also see, whether it's because of Black Lives Matters or whatever the case is. But I say love hard. Women, we need men. Men, we need women. We just need good ones. Okay, so that's my take on that. And yours?
And I'm going to leave by talking to the women before I leave because I'm the Renaissance guy. To all my young women in the world, just because a guy likes your picture doesn't mean he respects you. There's nothing honorable about 1,000 men liking your picture because all we see are breasts, legs, thighs, and a fat ass. So you're viewed as a piece of meat, a vain imagination of what we lust. Yeah, you want to be sexy and feel pretty, but no one comments about your eyes or your smile. Being respected and loved should have been your options. Remember this, a man can't love what he doesn't respect. That's on my Instagram, ladies and gentlemen, my thought for today. I've had a great time here at Feel To Me Not. Just remember, to love yourself
Yes.
like nobody else on this earth. And we'll see you guys again next Monday at 10 p.m. Remember to tell a friend to follow the network. We got a bunch of shows lined up. Filter Me Not, Henny Talk, Kickback with Sports, The Manny Show. Or am I missing a show? Or Chit Chat.
Chit Chat
That's
on
my
Wednesday
and
nights.
that's my favorite show, Chit Chat. By the way, I apologize, boss lady. Make sure you support this network. It's black owned and operated. And if you got any commercials, any things that you want to have aired on this show, the information is in the comments. Contact UGTV5, the network, and we'll get you aired on this show. We'll get you in. And Miss Wendy, if you would like to be a guest on this show, you can email myself or email Wendy No Williams. And also, we start something new next week. Fan mail. Fan mail. If you want to, if you have a question and that you don't want in the comments, that you want read off, and you want our professional advice, or at least to talk about it.
Our advice. Okay. He's a professional. I can give you my advice, but we are starting fan mail. We have some mail already, but we want to go ahead and reach out to everybody else because, you know, it started coming in and Ish was like, you know what, I got people coming in, calling. They want views and opinions on this, thoughts on this, and they wanted a brighter, you know, opinion. So we're going to go ahead and let more letters come in instead of just using the ones that you have already. So you have fan mail. You could definitely inbox me or inbox
And
Ish.
you will remain anonymous. We will not.
Unless you don't, but you will remain anonymous.
Yeah.
And first Monday is Mind My Mental Monday, which means a guest of that fan mail will get to be a guest on the show. If you choose to be a guest. If you're remaining anonymous, you can stay anonymous. But Mind My Mental Mondays is every first Monday of the month. It's for the viewers. It's for you guys.
So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Take y'all the ugly ass to bed. It's been great. It's been fine. It's been freaky.
Thank you. It's been a boat night. Drink honorably.
Yeah.
Guys, remember.
Bernard, this was my first night, bro. I promise you, man. I love it. I love it. I love the taste.
It's actually his first.
It's real smooth. You got a fan. You got a fan. Put me in, coach. Put me in.
Guys, remember to love you. As Ish says, you got to remember to love yourself first before anybody else can love you. Thank you again for tuning in to the network, UGTV Network 5. Thank you for tuning into the show. It is Filter Me Not. Mondays, 10 p.m.
I'm going to stay the whole show. I love you,
Have
Mom.
a great night. Good night, Mom. Thank you for watching.
Bye.